Hey everybody, welcome back for another Thursday. Today we're going to be doing some stretching core. The first exercise we're going to be doing is going to be downward dog. Downward dog, I have some of the equipment I'm going to use today. I've got a belt or a strap. Shoulder width apart. Good high plank, and we'll go ahead and get ready. Pushing with the palms, driving my hips up to the sky, driving my heels to the ground. Coming forward back to high plank, that's one. Driving with my palms, hips up, heels down. This is number two. Coming back to high plank, driving with my palms, hips up, heels down, drive those heels into the deck. Really try to feel the stretch in the hamstring. Coming forward, downward dog. I believe that's number 4. We got one more. Coming down, going up. Last rep of regular downward dog. Coming down, and go ahead and rest on your knees real quick. Come up, grab a couple of deep breaths. I know sitting in a high plank, sometimes the shoulders get really tired. We don't want to wear ourselves out before we get towards the end of the stretch routine. So now we're going to go into downward dog with toe touches. And what we're thinking is to touch each side 5 times. So that's going to be 10 downward dogs, but the downward dogs are going to go quite a bit quicker. It's going to be more like a push-up rep is what you're thinking of when you go through these, okay? Not a lot of holding. Just for a reminder, I take a wider stance on my high plank. You can see my feet are slightly wider than shoulder width. When I go back from a downward dog, like my right hand is going to touch my left foot. Touch, and back, and touch. Opposite arm, opposite leg. And that's how we'll attack this. So 5 touches per side, or think we're going to 10, all right? So go ahead and come up to your high plank, nice wide stance. We'll go 3, 2, 1, begin, pushing back, touch. That's 1, pushing back, touch. That's 2, pushing back, touch. There's 3, pushing back, touch. That's 4, pushing back, touch. That's 5, halfway there, pushing back, touch. For 6, pushing back, touch. That's 7, pushing back. For 8, pushing back. There's 9, coming up. Last downward dog, push back. Come back to your high plank and go to your knees. Nice job, good work. So, moving on with the heart rate coming down, I'm going to use a set of books. We're going to go into a butterfly stretch. And if you have the flexibility and mobility, you don't need the books. I'm a little tight in my hips, so I'm gonna raise up a few inches to make sure I get into proper position. Coming into your butterfly, your legs are together, however close you want them to be, to where I can get my feet together and stand and sit tall, all right? The idea when you get into any kind of a butterfly or seated stretch is we all like to slump into or roll our spines and kind of slump into the center. And we want to sit tall. Once we get there, you find out where you can brace and still sit tall. Now, once I get into my position, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be pushing down with gently on the sides of my knees, grabbing my shins. I'm gently going to press and sit really, really tall. Hold for 2 breaths and relax. We'll do that 3 times and move on to the next exercise. Okay, so go ahead and take your positions. We'll go ready, set, and gently press. Down. Just good deep breaths. After about 2 deep breaths, go ahead and release. You can kind of bounce and wiggle it out a little bit. Getting ready, set, and press. This is our second one. We have one more after this, okay? Just really trying to stretch those adductors. You might feel this a little bit in the glutes like we did with the 90-90 stretch, but it's not quite as intense as that. Go ahead and release, shake it out a little bit. Ready, set, and press. Sitting nice and tall. Try not to slouch into this. Think chin up, shoulders back. And relax. Go ahead and release it. Bring your legs out in front, shake it out a little bit. And then we're done with that stretch. Coming over, I'm gonna come onto my back. And this is where you're gonna be using a strap. If you don't have a strap or an exercise band, you can get a really long towel. For me, this isn't quite long enough, but what I would do is I would kind of, you can twist, wrap it up where it's not flopping all over for the exercises. But for this, how this will go, and we're gonna do 1 cycle. So if I'm sitting nice and tall here, I'm gonna throw my band over one of the arches of my feet, okay? Just to show, it's right there, right? So, here, switch sides, switch sides. So, I have it on the arch of my foot. From there, I control the range of motion. This is a way that you can really get an intense hamstring stretch, adductor stretch, and hamstring and glute stretch. But you gotta control your range of motion and how much you're pulling, okay? Now, when I sit back, I should be able to sit nice and flat. You'll notice my left leg flat on the ground. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull my leg up to where I feel a stretch in my hamstring, and that's where I want to kind of hold it. For some of us that are more flexible, you can keep pulling, but what you don't want is for the opposite leg to come off the ground, right? You want to make sure the hips open up and you're holding for your hamstring stretch. The next part of this is you're going to relax down just a little bit and you're going to come out to the side. Notice I'm still flat on the ground. I'm not rolling over to make this happen, but I am controlling my leg and letting it just kind of rest into how low I want it to go so I can feel it in these adductors, kind of the groin region there. And the harder you pull up to bring your toe towards your head, the more intense the stretch will be. All right, and then the third stretch is you come back to center, and then I'm gonna guide it over, and this is gonna go hamstring and glute. It's pretty intense. From here, notice I'm still flat on the ground, and I'm gonna control, if I need to lessen it, I can bring it to where it's quite a bit lower, all right? So those are our 3 stretches. We're gonna do 1 cycle on one side, 1 cycle on the other, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. All right, so let's come on back. Go ahead and belt, towel, go ahead and put it around the arch of your foot. I'm gonna leave it on my right. I'm coming back. And we'll go ready, set, raise your leg, coming up just to where it's comfortable and you feel a good, nice stretch. After a couple of deep breaths, you're gonna release it. Let it come down just a little bit. Couple of breaths. Now pull again and see if you can make it just a little bit deeper. All right? My hips are still on the ground. My left leg, it's not raising up. After a couple of breaths, go ahead and release it a little bit. Now we're gonna tilt to the outside, that adductor stretch. Go to where it's comfortable. Once you get to a comfortable range, then you can start bringing your toe towards your head, just to where it's comfortable. After a couple of breaths, release it a little bit. And go ahead and pull again. If you can, bring it just a little bit higher, but you're still trying to keep those hips on the ground. You're not trying to roll into this, okay? After a couple of breaths, go ahead and release. Coming back, we're gonna go to that hamstring again. And then you're gonna slightly cross your body. Move really slow with this and controlled, okay? After 2 to 3 breaths, you're gonna release it a little bit. A little bit of a, let it relax a little. And then go back into that stretch. If possible, add some intensity. And go ahead and relax, lowering your foot down. Come on, up. And we'll go ahead and switch legs. Okay, come into my left leg. Got it around the arch of my foot. Rolling on back down. Once I'm down, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my left foot up. Go ahead. Find the spot where you're comfortable, where you feel just a good deep stretch, okay? Hips are down, my right leg is still in contact with the floor. Go ahead and release. And go ahead and pull again for that hamstring stretch. If you can, make it a little deeper, add a little bit of intensity to it. Go ahead and relax, coming down. I go down about halfway, and then I go for this adductor. And you will feel one side's gonna be tighter than the other. Go to where it's comfortable. Once you get to where it's comfortable, you can start bringing your foot up towards your head. Go ahead and release it. And go ahead and pull one more time. Add a little bit of intensity to it. Go ahead and release, coming back down to center, going up to where it's you feel a comfortable stretch. Now gently cross your body. That stretch is going to be through the glute. You might even feel it deep in the lower back, kind of where your tailbone meets your hips. Just go to where you feel good, comfortable stretch. Go ahead and release. Second time, coming over. Holding the stretch, couple breaths. Go ahead and release, coming down. Relax. Nice and easy, coming up. Let's go ahead and set our straps to the side. Nice job, good work. So that's just a really easy passive way to kind of work on the posterior chain without either having to be standing or putting yourself into a lunge. I'm gonna come around. What we're gonna go into now is the world's greatest stretch. This time, since we've done it a few times, we're gonna kind of go through movements a little bit quicker to where there's a little more flow with this. And we're not gonna hold the poses quite as long as we used to. So coming into my high plank, not need those anymore. coming into a high plank. And I'm gonna start with my left leg. I'm gonna go ready, set, left leg forward. Sitting into the lunge, I'm gonna press forward 3 times. 3, knee goes down. Again, from here, I'm gonna press and try and press my torso down into the ground. 1, 2, 3. Gently going back for the hamstrings. 1, release. 2, release. And 3, release. From there, if you want, you can bring this leg, the back leg up, or you can leave it on the ground. I'm gonna try and touch my elbow to my ankle, and then I'm gonna rotate. My hand goes to the sky. That's 1, elbow to ankle, hand to the sky. That's 2, elbow to ankle, hand to the sky. That's 3, coming down, planting this arm, coming up, toe goes up, standing or sitting nice and tall. I'm just bending from my hips. I'm going forward. 1, release. 2, release. And 3, and release. Coming back, going back down, arms down, leg up, back to high plank. From high plank, opposite leg. Coming forward just to where it's comfortable. Here, we're gonna drive torso, kind of sink into this. 2, last one, 3, goes down. You can get a little bit more movement with this, and it's kind of a knee drive, torso drive. There's 2, got 1 more, 3. Hands going down, I'm gonna go for my hamstrings. 1, nice and gentle. Driving back, 2, last one, 3, coming back to center. If you want to stay on your knees, you can. I'm gonna pick my leg up from there, driving right elbow to right ankle, turning the sky. That's 1. Driving elbow to ankle, turning. 2, driving elbow to ankle. And 3, coming back down, knee can go down. Coming up, if you need to readjust, please do. Going for hamstrings. Remember, nice and tall, moving only from the hips. Really trying to get an intense stretch on those hammies. 1, 2, and 3. Going back into that lunge position, hands down, leg up, back to high plank, and come down to knees. Good job, nice work. We usually haven't, that's the first time we've really gone through a quick cycle of the world's greatest stretch. And you can get a lot of stretch in a short amount of time when you couple it that way. So from there, we're gonna go into bear crawl taps. And this is gonna prepare us. The next exercise is gonna actually be bear crawling. We haven't done that yet. And bear crawls are a great full body exercise. And if you think about your core, it works all of it from the front to the back. So for bear crawl taps, all you're thinking is I'm on all fours here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up onto my toes. My knees are just off the ground. And from there, opposite arm, opposite leg, tap, tap, tap. Okay? Now, if the tap doesn't happen, you can just tap the ground. And that way, if you're off balance and you feel like you're falling over, you can get it to where you're just tapping, tap, tap, okay? Either way, getting the work in, all right? So let's come down to all fours. Coming up, we'll go ready, set, begin. 1, 2, 3, going for 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, relax, nice work. See, not too bad. If you find you like this exercise, you can play with the reps on your own. Either do more or less. It's up to you on that. Couple of breaths. Coming back down. And we'll go ready. Knees up, set, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming back down, good job. Relax. There's your bear crawl tabs. So now we're gonna get into bear crawls. And bear crawls can be a funny thing depending on how you wanna move. And with most of the work we've previously done for the core, whether it's bird dogs, or like with the bear crawl taps that we just did, you're always thinking your movement's gonna be opposite arm, opposite leg. And what a bear crawl looks like, if I scoot back a little bit, if I come here and I go right back into that position, my knees are up. If my right arm moves, my left leg steps forward just a little bit. Left arm, right leg, okay? That way I'm always centered. If you start getting this where you move the same side, you start planting and you really start to open up and it feels really clunky. But if you have that opposite arm, opposite leg, moving in conjunction with one another, you'll stay very stable, okay? And you're not trying to run with these. You'll see, count them out. We're gonna go 6 forward and 6 backwards. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just reverse in direction. All right, so I'm gonna scoot back again, give myself a little bit of room. So getting ready, coming up off the knees, and we'll go set, begin. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Getting ready, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax. Come down, good job. Welcome to bear crawls. We're gonna do that 2 more times, and then we'll work into most of our core stuff, all right? Couple deep breaths, and just think, the pace I'm going at right now, it's given us enough time to think. Opposite arm, opposite leg. And they don't have to be big crawls. These can be really short, just to get that motion down. Make sure you're moving in that coordinated pattern, all right? Let's come down for our second set. Getting ready. Knees up, and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax. Good job. Nice work. 2 down, 1 to go. Grab a little water. Bear crawls are kind of nice. If you feel it from your hips all the way to your shoulders. Really good way to work it. After a couple breaths and a sip of water, 1 last set left, and the bear crawls are done. All right? So, coming down to all fours, getting ready, knees up, and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax. Good job, nice work. There it is. Knocked out some bear crawls. So, coming into the core portion, we're gonna keep it like previous weeks. We're gonna be doing around 3 sets, 30 seconds per exercise. This is where your backpack's gonna come into play. You can also use just a towel or a water bottle. And what we're gonna start with is plank pull-throughs. I'm gonna use a towel for these, just so I can get the movement down, all right? So how plank pull-throughs work with just a towel, and you can either be, if you're not comfortable on your elbows, you can be up in a high plank as well. But I'll start this from my elbows. You make sure the towel's within reach of your opposite arm. I'm gonna come down to a low plank. When I start, I'm gonna pull it through and pull it through, all right? Pull through, pull through. And that's just kind of working on shoulder stability, activating more of the core, letting ourselves get unstable, okay? For the first set, I am going to use a backpack, or a towel, and not my backpack. The second set, I'll show it with a backpack. So for 30 seconds, coming down, get ready, set, begin. Start your pull-throughs. If you're uncomfortable with the towel, just mimic the movement. Nice and steady. If it gets crazy difficult, just hold a plank. Almost there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job, nice work. Awesome. From there, we're gonna go into side planks because we haven't done those yet. After 4 weeks, never a side plank, but don't worry, there's a couple ways to do a side plank. It can either be from a high plank position, activating the shoulder a little bit more, or you can be from a low plank. If you haven't done side planks before, let's just come down onto our sides here, all right? And what I'm gonna do, my leg that's on the top, I'm just gonna leave it straight. My leg on the bottom, I'm gonna bend at the knee at about 90 degrees. I'm gonna have them stacked together to where I'm upright here. I'm on my elbow. Now, this is the initial way you'll start doing side planks. Okay, and then we just come up and we hold the knee and this leg. You can dissipate the weight. Now to take it more intense, I'm gonna stack my legs together and I'm gonna come up. And what I'm thinking is that there's a string all the way to the ceiling trying to pull my hip up. And that's how I'm gonna be holding my side plank, all right? So either from the knee or a straight leg, we'll go for about 30 seconds. We'll go ready, set, begin, coming up and hold. And you can adjust this as you go through. If you find, oh, my shoulder's getting shot, reset real quick and go right back into it, all right? 15 seconds, halfway there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job, nice work. Wow, we've done my right side. Gotta do my left. Coming over. Let's go ahead and find out which way we want to start. Elbow planted. I'm ready to go. We'll go ready, set, begin, coming up. And remember that string on the hip. If you feel that you're starting to drop, just reset, tuck that knee, and come right back into it. Okay? 15 seconds. Keep going. 5 seconds. We'll go 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job, nice work. There is our side plank. Grab a little water. Next exercise is now we're gonna take that side plank and add a little bit of intensity to it. Again, it can be from either a bent knee or a straight leg, but now it's gonna be kind of like a side plank crunch. And how it'll work with the bent knee is I'm up in my side plank. I don't need this. I'm up in my side plank. I'm gonna relax, touch my hip, and then come back up. Touch, touch, okay? And that's how our side plank's gonna go. If you wanna make it more intense, just straighten your legs out. Start here and go from there, all right? So get ready, set, begin. Just a good steady pace. Try not to be a racehorse at the beginning and die out. You wanna make that 30 seconds. "15 seconds, halfway point. Nice and steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job, nice work. Way to be. Let's come over to our other side. Gotta make sure I don't have things in my pockets. My thigh does not like that. Getting ready. 30 seconds. Set, begin. You need something to do with your arm. Here, some people will have it pointing straight up. 15 seconds. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good job. Nice work. There we go. Grab a little breather. This one is a transition from one plank to another, namely a regular plank to a side plank. For how this will go, and we only have one set because we're going to work both sides of our body at the same time. And you'll go from one side right to the other. How it'll go is I come into my low plank, right? And then I'm going to rotate, side plank. Rotate, side plank. Okay? That's how we're going to attack that. All right? So let's come on down, hit our low plank. We'll go ready, set, begin. And this is at your own pace, but take your time. Make sure you get into that side plank before you go right back to regular. Okay? Notice my pace isn't crazy. I'm really trying to feel that transition in the shoulder and my core. Go 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job. Great work. Coming over, we're gonna lay onto our mat on our backs, and now we're gonna be doing a side oblique crunch. If you notice, there's a little bit of a theme today, working those sides, okay? So for a side oblique crunch, a regular crunch, if I bend my knees, like we were doing last week, and I'm here, now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna twist my hips. I'm gonna bring my hand over my ear, and I wanna touch, I think my elbow wants to touch my knees or my hips, okay? And that's your side oblique crunch. You can use this arm as a brace so you don't come too far over. You know, you can even have it flat and push on it to make sure your range of motion isn't a twist over. It's going towards your knees and your toes. All right, so let's go ahead and get ready. Set, begin, and at your own pace. When my torso goes back down, my shoulder blade does make contact. So in this case, my left shoulder blade, left elbow, 15 seconds, goes back and touches the floor before I come back up. I open myself up and then go back. Go 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice job. Way to be. Working that core. Hopping over to the other side. Again, if you're thinking of your reset, just go back to where you were for crunches. Okay, I'm there, doing my right. So, legs down, yeah. Okay, get ready, set, begin. Just a nice steady pace. Make sure you open up when you come back down. Almost let yourself relax a little bit before you engage again. Go 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job. Give yourselves a hand. That's round 1 of 3. Now at this point, grab a little water. Let ourselves relax a little bit. And with this kind of core work, it's not just gonna be the abs that you're gonna feel it. Like you wake up tomorrow, you know, you could feel it all the way down the sides, all the way up into your armpits. Same with the back side is what's happening when we're doing this kind of core work. Really good for sports and activities to make sure we're always stable. So grab a towel off, coming down. We're gonna start with pull-throughs. This time I will use a backpack. I like to look for the handle or straps, either way, just so I have something to really grab onto. Coming into your plank, we'll go ready, set, begin. And if you are pulling a pack, make sure the pack goes all the way through. Stay with it. Go 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice job. Packs to the side. Going back to our straight side plank. Coming down. I'm gonna start on my right side. I'm gonna have my knee tucked, but you can have your legs straight and stacked. We'll go ready, set, begin. And this one's static, no crunch. Just trying to hold it. Good deep breaths. Do not hold your breath. If you're doing something with your arm, it can go straight up. 10 seconds. Stay strong. You got this. Go 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice work. Couple of deep breaths, getting set. Again, untucking and be stacked. We'll go ready and begin. Remember that string, pulling my hip up. "15 seconds, halfway point of the second set. Nice job. Go 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good work, everybody. Coming back over. Setting up now, we are gonna have that crunch, okay? So get ready for your side plank crunch. Ready, and begin. Keep that pace. Push yourselves. You got it. 10 seconds. Go 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice work. Coming back over to the other side. Setting, getting ready. Prepared, ready, and go. Kick it off. Try and keep that same pace you did with your other side. Trying to wear our core out. Ten seconds. Finish strong. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job. Coming back over. Heading for our plank. And this is going to be, remember that transition. You're going to go from plank to side plank. Side plank. Side plank. All right? Let's go ahead and get ready. And begin at your own pace, right? Don't race through these reps. Give yourself enough time to get set. You'll notice as I get tired, I might use my hand to brace to come over to my side plank and then readjust. Okay, we go 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice work. Coming down onto our backs, we're gonna be doing our side oblique crunch. Okay? Remember, knees to the side, coming over. My shoulders are both still in contact with the floor. Ready, and begin. Give yourself enough time to reset on this. Make this isometric, where you're just kind of holding a side crunch pose. You want to keep moving with this. Good. All the way through. It's our second set. Keep it strong. Go 3, 2, 1, and relax. Switch sides. Ready, elbows back, and begin. This will round out our second set, everybody. Nice work. Let's keep it going. We want to chase that third set. Catch it and put it in the bank. Got 10 seconds. Go 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job, nice work. Give yourselves a hand. 2 down, 1 to go. Most of the work is done. 1 quick set. Our Thursdays are in the bag, right? So be sure to get a little bit of water. Rest the shoulders a little bit. So, into our last set. If you want to use a bag, you can, or use a towel. We're going to start with our pull-throughs. I'm going back to my towel because I like those quality reps. I start cheating when I'm using a bag, so I'm going to get my full pull-through. Coming down to my low plank. We'll go ready, set, begin. Pulling all the way through. Last set of pull-throughs. Keep it going. Got 10 seconds. Go. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice work. Heading back to our side plank. Okay? Again, I'm starting on my right side. Go ahead and tuck your leg if you need to, or stacked. Ready, set, begin. Kick it off. String to hip, all the way to the ceiling, keeping me up, holding that pose. Arm up does help keep the idea. I'm going that way. 10 seconds. Hold on to it, stay with it. 3, 2, 1, and relax, come on down. Switching sides. Almost there. I'm ready, prepared, and begin. Hip up, last time we're here. I'm going to the ceiling. And that is the direction I want to work. We can also say to ourselves, if we're pointing, yes, we are number 1. 10 seconds, stay strong. Keep that core engaged. Go 3, 2, 1. Come on down, nice work. Good job, switching sides. Going right back into that plank crunch. Last time. Getting set. And begin. Still pulling. Thinking my hip is getting pulled up to the ceiling. Last time you have to see this exercise for the week. 10 seconds. Go 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice work. Flopping over. Other side. Tuck the leg, couple deep breaths. Ready, and begin. Back at it. Keep working, we're so close. Only got a couple exercises after this. Almost there. You got this. 10 seconds. Keep the attack. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice work. You guys are doing great. 2 exercises left. Coming down, plank to side plank. Ready, and begin. Definite on the movements. Making sure you're getting set. That arm that's not planting, I can plant to help me brace. I'm not actually giving it a whole lot of weight, but it's keeping me from falling around, or flopping around, I should say. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Coming into our last exercise. Let's come on down, head to our backs. Going into our side oblique crunch. We'll go ready, set, begin. Keep the intensity, push yourselves. Last one. Just the right and left side, and you get to punch the clock for the day. 15 seconds. Keep it going. Go 3, 2, 1, and relax. Here it is. Your last 30 seconds of the workout. Getting ready, set, begin. All the way through, finish strong, keep it going. Ten seconds, all the way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Great job, give yourselves a hand. Rock it out. Yeah, that is our stretch and core for the day. Thank you for being here. Again, remember, 3 days a week next week is starting. Tomorrow we're gonna be hitting our legs and shoulders. If you have any questions, shoot me an email at Coach Whalen at Overland.